Start recording. Yay. Okay, perfect. So, as always for this class, we like to have lots of props. Let me just check who joined us. Anne-Marie Kent, great to see you. So, lots of props. So, I have a cushion here and have more cushions ready for your relaxation and blankets. So, nice class, beautiful class. We're going to do movement for about half of the class, and the movement's going to be focused on really activating at the heart center and then folding forward, so moving that energy then to the higher centers. And then we'll do a beautiful balancing breath, breathing in through one nostril, the other, and then alternate nostril, and then a guided relaxation. And so the real focus is on the movement, has a very specific focus to release any stiffness in our body and to make us really receptive and ready for a really powerful breathing experience and a deep relaxation. And so let's start. Sit whatever way is comfortable for you. Just check. And I'll just get my timer ready. And close your eyes. And so now with your eyes closed, all of you are so skillful. Your body knows what's happening. And so you start to just slow down. And so anything that's going on at the moment in your life, exciting things and also maybe things that are stressful or worries, really carefully place them at the door or in the corner of the room. So we're not at all disregarding them, but just for 1 hour, we're going to focus on giving ourselves this gift of this time. And so this is a little bit of time in which to drop in and really access that deeper part of ourselves. And we know that the more that we really give ourselves this gift of time, and the more that we kind of consciously commit to making the effort to be present, the more we benefit, and the more all of those around us benefit. And so begin to deepen your breath. Last week we were working on diaphragmatic breathing and full belly breathing, yogic breathing. And so here as you inhale, feel the diaphragm sound, the belly expands, filling your lungs. And as you exhale, the diaphragm rises, the breath is expelled from the lungs. And continue just like that. Remember, the abdominal muscles are not really active here. It's more the movement of the diaphragm due to the filling up of the lungs that causes the belly to expand. As the weeks go on, we'll pursue more and more different breathing techniques. It's a real area of my interest. And I find it incredible to try and get your head around the concept that the breath you breathe in is totally a different breath than the one you exhale out. So, and to really feel that the breath you breathe in is full of oxygen, it goes into the receptors at the end of the alveoli and then goes into the bloodstream, oxygenates the body. And then the blood without oxygen comes back, and that non-oxygenated breath then leaves the body. This is incredible dynamic exchange that happens. So there's two kinds of breathing. There's the breathing that happens as you breathe through your nose or your mouth, filling the lungs and emptying the lungs. And then there's the breathing that happens within your body as the oxygenated air disperses through your bloodstream. And then the air, the deoxygenated blood, returns, and then that air expels. It's this incredible miracle that happens every time we breathe. Just take a couple more breaths here. Dropping in, really feeling the breath. Really nice. So let's start moving a little bit. We'll come and do a little super grind with spinal flexors. So come off the cushion if you're sitting on a cushion, hands on your knees, inhaling forward, exhaling back. So making the circle as big as is comfortable for you. Here, lovely stretching of the outer hips, lower back. And these movements we do at the start are just so great for the spine. You may notice a little bit of tenderness because we do them for a little bit of time, and that's very normal. But if it feels like more than tenderness, it feels like this is kind of sparking somewhere where you have an injury or something going on, then reduce the amount of movement, slow it down. So really feel, I always like to think of like a spoon in a bowl, the spine in the bowl of the pelvis, inhaling forward, exhaling back. And now switch direction. And if you're comfortable, close your eyes. Just drop into the movement. Aiming to be really present as we move tonight. Really nice. Come to the center. Take a deep inhale. Pause, hold. Lift your pelvic floor. Relax your shoulders. Chin in. Ideally center of the forehead. And hold. And be very still. Exhale, release. Full inhale. And a long exhale. Hands to your shins. Inhale forward, exhale back. So here we want to really feel the tailbone going forward and back. So you're tilting on the pelvis. So again, activation of the lumbar spine, the lowest part of your back. And the chin stays pretty much parallel with the floor. And now bring your hands to your knees. Now we're up more into the thoracic, right, upper back. So chest forward, chest back. Take a deep inhale. Pause, hold, lift up to the pelvic floor, relax your shoulders, chin, back of your neck is long, eyebrows center. And exhale, release. Full inhale. And a long exhale. Let's do some spinal flexes. So hands on your shoulders. Inhale left, exhale right. And find the pace that works for you. You may be going less fast than me. You may be going a little bit faster. Sniffing through your nose. Chin stays in line with your chest. Take a deep inhale to the center. Pause, hold, lift pelvic floor. Chin in, relax shoulders like your center of the forehead. Drop in. Exhale, release. Shoulders up and down. And now lift your shoulders all the way up. Pause, hold. Exhale, release. Drop your chin. And then make circles with your head. Any tenderness in your neck, just turn inhale left and slowly exhale right. And so make circles while turning your head. Really good. Really nice. And then come to center. Just take a moment here and feel the effect. It's so great to activate the energy and to be present. Really nice. So let's come to all fours. Hands beneath your shoulders, knees beneath your hips. And inhale out. Exhaling around. And find the pace that suits you and your breath. Next time you inhale, tuck your toes under. And then as you exhale, push into down dog. And now take your feet as wide as your mat. Absolutely no problem. Have a bend in your knees. If there's any tenderness at the back of your hamstrings are tight. And long breaths here. Feel all of the inhale fill up. And as you exhale, relax, release a little bit more. At any stage, drop your knees down if it feels like too much. Last 2 breaths here. Press into the base of your first finger and your thumb. And now very carefully walk your hands all the way back to your feet. A little bend in your knees, fold forward, hold on to your elbows and relax the back of your neck. It's a nice traction here Releasing in the spine. And now release your hands down, little bend in the knees and roll up. Really nice. So we're going to do a lovely breath here. Right hand on your heart. And you're going to inhale and reach your left arm behind you. And then as you exhale, left hand to your heart and the right hand goes behind you. And off you go. Now you get a little bend in your knees. You try to keep the lower part of your body from your hips down, pretty much facing forward, so you're rotating the torso, and find the pace that suits you. Sniffing through your nose. Doing great, keep going. And eyes open or closed. Depends on you, right? Depends on how your balance feels. And you go at your pace. And now take a deep inhale, both hands to your heart. Pause, hold, lift up to the pelvic floor. And so slightly draw the heels towards each other. Exhale, release. Take a moment. Tune in. When we use our arms like that, with the breath, has a very elevating effect. So we do another one, it's called the breath of joy. We're going to go for 2 minutes. So inhale, bring the arms forwards, okay? And then to the nose, inhale. And exhale, the arms come back, again through the nose. Inhale, arms come up. And then exhale through your mouth, little bend in the knees. I'm going to go at pace, so whatever pace suits you. So off we go. So it's not the case that it's more effective if it's faster or less effective if it's faster. It's your pace that works for you. And now, on that exhale, with your mouth open, I like you to stick your tongue out like a lion's breath. Really cleansing breath. Anything you need to let go of, any agitation, let it go with that exhale. Don't hold on to these things. Nearly there. Inhale, reach the arms up when you're ready. Pause, hold, lift pelvic floor, draw the heels towards each other. Engage. And then palms facing out, exhale. And just stand for a moment. Can you feel the elevating effect? Really nice. So let's draw some of that energy down. So make your feet wide and then turn to one side. So let's say the left leg is forward, the right leg is back. And you're on the toes of the back foot, we can flip around, it doesn't matter. Hands to your waist, and I want you to fold forwards. So hands to the floor. So for some of us, we might need to put cushions underneath our hands or a bend in that front knee. Okay, so whatever works. Leg as straight as is comfortable for you, but a bend might be more comfortable. And again, you might be more comfortable with cushion for your hands. And when you're comfortable, close your eyes, allow your head to drop, and breathe. Now in these forward folds, we always still have a little hint of a back bend. So we're folding forward, our chest is going towards our thigh, towards our knee. So we're not rounding in, we're leaning forwards and relax the head. Breathe. And here as we breathe, let's get a nice long rhythm. So inhaling for 5. And exhaling for 5. Let's do 2 more. Inhaling 5. Maybe exhaling 6. Last one. Inhaling 5. And exhaling 6. So hands to your waist, bend in the front knee, come all the way up. And straight away go to the other side. So again, if you're on the toes of the back foot, it's going to put less pressure on the hip. Then the back foot grounded, it feels more balancing. So either one doesn't matter at all. Right, and so inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, fold. And so here again, cushions underneath your hands can be nice. Bend that knee as much as you need to, no problem. And folding forward. Chest coming forward, so the slightest hint of a back bend in the upper back. So we're not rounding in, we're leaning forward. So here our real focus is getting the head lower than the heart. So this will energize and help with focus, energize the brain, the mind. This will be so useful in our breathing practice, leading into a deep shavasana. Inhaling for 5. And exhaling for 5. Let's do 2 more. Feel your body relax. And exhaling. And 1 more. And exhale. So now let's walk the hands, just keep the legs wide. And we're going to come into a forward fold. Now if it feels like too much in your legs, to the couch, you can rest your hands on your couch or your chair. breath. And just again, your head lower than your heart. And again, being bent in the knees can be nice. So you can use a chair or a couch. There's a white. You can also use a cushion, so your hands don't have to go all the way to the floor. So whatever works for you, right? I'm going to stay here for about a minute. Long, deep breaths. And tune into your breath. Inhale, feel the lungs expand. Breath goes all the way down to the base of the spine. Fill it up. And then as you exhale, breath rises. And maybe you sink a little deeper into the fold. You see, can you follow all of the inhale and all of the exhale? Shoulders away from your ears. Let's take 3 more breaths here. And then very carefully, from whatever position you're in, inhale, lift your heart. Little bend in your knees, hands to your hips as you exhale. Then inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, bring your feet a little closer. And again, let's just stand firm and tune in. And let's come down to sitting. So one more here before we get into our breathing practice. So bring your right foot in so that the sole of the right foot's against the left inner thigh. And remember, it can be down further down if that doesn't feel comfortable. So it can be at your knee or your shin. And if your knee is uplifted, go this way. Pop cushion onto your knee, no problem. You want to support that knee so there's no pressure in the hip or the knee, right? So whatever works. And then let's start folding forward over the straight leg. And hands come either to the shin, ankle, the foot, wherever works. And again, we have that hint of a back bend. So we're not rounding and straining the upper back. The upper back is still a little bit upright as we reach our chest forwards. Close your eyes and breathe here. Long exhale. Let's do 2 more breaths here. Really nice, carefully coming all the way up. And let's go straight to the other side. The other leg now draws up. Opposite leg is straight. And it's nice and let's go side to side, just so you're sitting onto your sit bones. And then folding forwards. If you're comfortable with it, you can close your eyes and hands wherever they come to, so the shins, ankles, the foot, doesn't matter. And here, let's hold and breathe. Staying really present. Really nice, and now carefully going back up. So let's go into a comfortable seated position. Maybe a cushion underneath your hips. And you can also sit in a chair, right? So for this breathing practice we're going to do now, if you're more comfortable in the chair, then please sit in the chair. Just make sure your back is not pushing against the back of the chair. So you're sitting a little bit forward. Really nice. So, just take a moment here. So block your right nostril, and we're going to breathe in and out through the left nostril. 6 seconds in, 6 seconds out. You can use your right thumb to block your right nostril. This breath helps to balance the hemispheres of the brain and balancing two major energy channels in the body, creating a neutral space and stabilizing the energy. So try to get a nice breath, 6 seconds in and 6 seconds out. If your nostrils are blocked, then we'll do some Dantian breath instead. So with Dantian breath, breathe into the front of the belly, expanding. And as you exhale, the navel draws in. Inhale into the back ribs. Exhale, drawing in. Inhale into the sides of the ribs. And then exhale. And so if your nostrils are blocked, continue just like that. Otherwise, you're breathing in and out through the left nostril. And notice here how the breath enters in through the base of the nostril. And sense how the breath is going all the way up through that side of the nose, like it's going up towards the center of the brain and back out again. Follow that pathway. So even as you're breathing here, be aware of your sit bones, feeling connected to the earth, spine tall, chin slightly in. This is the lunar channel, the left nostril, going up to the right side of the brain, cooling, calming. And now take a deep inhale. Pause, hold the breath. Exhale, release. And just take a moment here, feeling the effects, sensing into the space within you and all around you. Feel yourself opening up to the subtlety within. So if your nostrils are blocked, you continue with that Dantian breath, breathing into the front belly and back, back belly and back, sides of the waist and in. Otherwise, we'll go to the other side. So you can use your left thumb to block your left nostril. I'm going to breathe in and out through the right nostril. And again, long, smooth, steady breath. Inhaling for about a count of 5 or 6, and exhaling for a count of 5 or 6. When we breathe in through the left nostril, feel the breath going up through the left nostril. And then we breathe through the right nostril. Sorry, when we breathe through the right nostril, breath goes up through the right nostril to the left side of the brain. The sun channel. So this helps us to build positivity, focus, and vitality. And so feel the space there at the bottom, at the entrance to that right nostril, and follow the movement of air all the way up through the nose towards the center of the brain and back out again. Breathing through the right nostril. So now take a deep inhale when you're ready. Pause, hold the breath. You can release your left hand down. And pause, lift your pelvic floor and sit very still. And as you're ready, exhale. But stay really still. Observe the effects of breathing through the sun channel, the right nostril. And listen to the sounds around you. Opening yourself up into the space around you. Resist nothing, just sense. Stay present.
So now we're going to do some alternate nostril breathing, using the thumb of the right hand to block the right nostril and the ring finger to block the left. So blocking your right nostril, let's inhale through the left. And then exhale through the right. Inhaling right. And exhaling left. Inhaling left. And exhale right. Inhale right. And exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. And now take a deep inhale through both nostrils. You can let your right hand down, gently pause the breath and lift the pelvic floor, spine tall. Be absolutely still. As you are ready, exhale in your own time. Staying very still. Feel your body. Feel into your heart center and have the sense of opening up into the space around you. Feel the space in front of you. Feel into the space to your right. Feel expansion into the left. And feel the space behind you. Like your heart is in the center and your awareness is extending out in all directions. And keep sensing into the space. Like you can really drop in towards the deep silence, the center of you. Being aware of being aware. Just a few more moments here. Like you're plugged into your inner source of light. This light that's always there, this potential, but you're tapped into it. Pure consciousness. So we're going to come into Shavasana, and you can stay seated upright, no problem. Or if you like, you can lie down now. And it's nice to put a blanket over you, maybe an eye pillow over your eyes, pillows under your legs, under your head. Just make sure you're really comfortable, that you're not cold. So either seated or lying back. And just allow yourself to relax. So as you lie back now, bring your attention to the entire back of your body and feel it gently touching the earth. Feel all tension melting into the earth. Surrendering and relaxing your eyes, like they draw in towards the center. Relaxing your jaw, feeling any stress releasing here. Relax your throat and your chest, out through your arms and the palms of your hands, your fingertips, and relax from your heart down through your belly, down through the pelvis, relax down through your legs, your thighs, knees, shins, ankles, all the way through the soles of your feet. So I'm going to guide your awareness with your breath. And either stay with me, or you might find that you'll drift off, and that's absolutely no problem. Whatever your nervous system needs. This is no problem at all if you fall asleep during Shavasana. On your next inhale, follow a pathway from your toes all the way up to the crown of your head, coming up to your legs, your spine, all the way to the crown. And as you exhale from the crown, follow this little flow of awareness all the way to the toes. And do that a few more times. This flow of awareness on the inhale going from your toes to your crown. And from the crown of your head as you exhale through the spine to the toes. Going at your own pace, feeling the inner space of your body as your awareness washes through with the breath. And now on your next exhale, moving from the crown down the spine to the legs as far down as your ankles. And when you inhale up from the ankles, through the legs, to the spine, to the crown. Exhaling down through the spine and the legs, to the ankles. And inhaling up to the crown. And do that a couple more times. And when you next come to the crown of the head, and exhale, take your awareness to the legs, to the backs of the knees. And then inhale up again, through the legs, through the spine to the crown. Totally relaxed, just this wash of awareness through your body. And then as you next exhale, feel the breath moving from the crown to the pelvic floor. And as you inhale, coming up the spine from the pelvic floor with your awareness flowing effortlessly to the crown, following that pathway with your breath, up and down your spine. And with your next exhale, your awareness from the crown down to the sacrum, and from the sacrum to the crown. And then from the crown to the navel as you exhale, and inhaling back up from the navel to the crown. Following this pathway with your awareness, linking these energy centers in your body. And then from the crown to your heart. And then from your heart back up to the crown. So from the crown through the third eye, the throat to the heart. And then back up from the heart through the throat, the third eye to the crown. And then with the next exhale from the crown to the throat. And back up as you inhale from the throat to the crown. And now moving from the crown to the third eye as you exhale, and from the third eye to the crown as you inhale. Little pulse of awareness moving between these two centers, the subtlest of inhales and exhales, stabilizing the energy here at the Agni chakra, and letting your attention dwell in the space of the third eye, effortlessly there. So in tune and aware of the space all around you, and also with that space of the third eye between the ears, the center of the brain slightly forward. And have this feeling of love in your heart, love beneath you, above you, all around you. And now take a deep inhale and a full exhale. Gently roll to your right, keeping your eyes closed, and roll yourself all the way up to a seated pose. Just tune in here, feel the earth beneath you. Notice the surface of your skin, touch of your clothing, the space around you. Feel your tongue in your mouth. Just sitting here. Let's carefully rub our hands together. And then place your hands over your eyes with your eyes closed. And open your eyes into the palms of your hands. Gradually bringing yourself back into the room with your gaze down. And now close your eyes. Bring your hands to your heart. And just take a moment here to open up your heart to all those who are around you and close in your life. And allow a moment of gratitude for them, appreciation for them, whether it's your beloved, your children, your parents, your pets. Have that feeling of absolute, unbounded appreciation. So much gratitude for these people who are in our lives, sharing our space. I'm bowing here to the wisdom of your heart, the teacher within you, that deep knowing. May we stay connected to that sense of love and that sense of knowing deep inside. Namaste.